You guys call him a Nazi. You call all of us garbage, Gestapo, white supremacists, KKK, Hitlerites, what have you. Threat to democracy, constitutional crisis. You tell your minion automaton followers, your brain-dead mook sycophants, to go out in the streets. You don't believe me, I will share you a clip. I have a clip where they literally, this is just a quick montage of what they have done over the past 10 years that this guy, I voted 3 times for him. Give me a 3 in the comments if you did too. This has been an onslaught for 10 straight years by this demonic party. I'm still upset. You can see I'm shaking. That's not coffee. I'm still upset. I didn't get any sleep last night after this happened. I have prayed for our president. I implore you to do that.
Challenge somebody to go and find a clip of a Democrat invoking violence.
Let's extinguish him for good.
I will go and take Trump out tonight.
We're going to fight it in the courts. And we're going to fight it in the streets.
When they go low, we're going to bury them below the Capitol. That's what we're going to do.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country. Maybe there will be.
We're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire. We're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
By taking behind the gym and beat the hell out of them.
Now punch back, kick back, dunk over their heads, and win some fucking power.
Fight back, punch back, and make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down because they deserve it.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay. You okay with punching?
We are at
You're
war.
right, Kurt.
And that's why the gloves are off, and I say, bring it on.
We are not only going to punch you back, but we are going to knock you out.
Like we're in a war right now to save this country, and so you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we about to beat you down.
And God damn it, shut down the city! We are at war!
When they go low, we kick them.
Even in states where Donald Trump won big, that it does you any good running away from Donald Trump. I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up. And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore.
Yep. We're up against the commies, I tell you that. You've had this before, though, like after Carter got in. Watch.
The first time I learned that Islam was not a peaceful religion was when I was 10 years old, laying in a hospital bed.
Do Muslims want to implement Sharia law in America?
The word Islam is not about peace.
100%.
Islam is a military term, which means you surrender to me, you do what I say, and everything will be fine. It comes from taslim, which means
Islam and commies are working together.
Surrender in a war.
Islamists had blown up my home, bringing it down, burying me under the rubble.
In school, we were indoctrinated to hate on America and hate on Israel.
Because I was fleeing for my life, I ended up in England.
And I would ask my parents, why did they do this to us?
Everyone was constantly in stress and fear.
And my parents would tell me, because we are Christians, they consider us infidels and they want to kill us.
They push in towards cousin they can get married. They push in towards people they can marry underage.
You can't leave Islam. When I left Islam, I'm an apostate. The punishment for apostasy is a death sentence.
This Muslim Islamic ideology, Sharia law, is not a concept that Americans will welcome at all, especially not here in Texas.
Well, they're trying to bring it in. I tell you that.
So, it's the second day of the Ukrainian bum boy trial, where 3 Ukrainian bum boys, red boys, are on trial for arson alleged against Keir Starmer's car, his previous home, and his other properties. But no one's allowed to talk about it because there's a media ban. The establishment media has closed ranks on it. Because contempt of court is not the same as silence.
Yeah.
But somehow silence has been achieved. And obviously,
I was going to bring that up that he's indicted.
I wouldn't be reporting because I'm just a little housewifey here doing my ironing, as you'll notice. And all I can tell you about is the gossip that I've heard, which is not the same as reporting and is not clearly contempt of court. So I heard that the one that burnt his car, his old car, Keir had said, "Get me in there because I want to fold you like a pretzel."
The reason being, hey Colin, Tammy, is they had to take the case and they're doing it in Eastern Virginia, a very rabid left-wing spot. You know, I don't see how we're going to get a conviction there. You know, that's I'm going to show you later what happened in Vermont, a very left-wing place.
The one that burnt his former.
ICE was trying to arrest some people, and they even had the state troopers there, and they couldn't get the cars through. These people were so rabid.
Flat.
Leftist.
I heard that Keir had given him the keys to the back door, if you know what I'm saying. And the other one, evidently,
hopefully I didn't miss anyone,
had been shown Keir's sphincter, which is looser than Angela's flange, and has been worked harder than Phil Schofield on a school field trip.
Sadly, Kirk,
but obviously,
seems like it.
That's just gossip and hearsay and has no bearing on anything at all, because I'm just a little housewife here doing my ironing.
Yep. So they're having cases over there that nothing's going to happen to them. You know, you can't win the bad cases. All right, this is about a 19-year-old trans substitute teacher arrested.
So here's one the media didn't tell you about last week, and gosh, I wonder why. This is Hayden Dollery. He's a 19-year-old male who identifies as a woman, and he was just arrested for allegedly planning to shoot up a school in Virginia where he worked as a substitute teacher. According to police,
media didn't report this because it's not the trans.
Police, Dollery posted threatening messages on the online platform Discord, where he detailed his plans to shoot up John Champ High School in Stone Ridge, a community in Loudoun County about 40 miles west of Washington, D.C. The post also stated that he had put together a kill list, and police only found out about all of this after someone messaged their tip line about it. So we're just going to pause the part where Loudoun County apparently hired a 19-year-old cross-dressing male to serve as an unlicensed substitute in a local high school where many of his students were literally his own age, because I've got some questions about that. But
you think you'd have to have a certificate instead of being, licensed.
Here we see yet another mentally ill, gender-deluded man with fantasies about gunning down kids. And if it hadn't been for a tip line, we very well could be talking about this in the past tense. What is it going to take for us to understand that these are walking red flags? These are mentally ill people. They are detached from reality. They often hate themselves, and sometimes they take out that hatred against other innocent people around them. We've seen this movie before.
Some of it, I think, it's the drugs they're on to be trans.
Guns don't walk into schools and kill children. People do. And the more we treat this mental sickness as normal, the more we expose ourselves and our children to this madness. This was quite literally a narrowly dodged bullet. And it didn't make a blip on the national headlines because the left doesn't want you to know.
I agree. No, everyone by now must have seen that Omar thought that the 1-1 type thing meant World War XI. She couldn't figure that out. Watch this.
The president wasn't kidding when he said Ilhan Omar was low IQ. There's a new little bit of tape that's going viral right now. I gotta play for you.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
Yeah, it is.
11. Welcome to the Quality Leering Center.
Agenda, exactly.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. World War XI. She just doesn't know what to make of.
I'm surprised they got the indictment there, though. They would have had to use jurors from there, or would they have to? I'm not sure.
Numeral 2. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but I'm gonna laugh because you know what? It is actually it's not just funny. It's totally pathetic. It's totally pathetic. And the Leering Center is not doing anybody any favors, except for, I guess, the people that made all the money off of it, right? $250 million for feeding our future.
I guarantee it was more than that.
Or feeding Ilhan's friends. That's sure what it sounds like. So Nick Shirley decided to have some fun with this. Remember, he's the guy that like totally discovered the Leering Center. I think he's got t-shirts on it now at this point. So the Leering Center was his little discovery, and it's become kind of infamous, right? Like it's kind of a sign of all that's wrong with the fraud that's going on in Minnesota. Well, he decided to pay a little visit to Capitol Hill and knocked on her office door. Watch. This is the ultimate troll. Nick Shirley decided to show up at Ilhan Omar's office.
Hello. How are you doing? Is Ilhan here by chance? No, she's not. Well, we wanted to see if she'd become a member of the Anti-Fraud Taxpayer Club. We actually have a new hoodie for her right here. And we were just wondering if you could deliver this to Ilhan.
Huh.
Thank you so much.
He's taking
and
it.
Tell her that we wish to abolish fraud here
I'll bet you money that this dude is gay. I'll bet you money.
inside the United States as well. Will you do that? And also, I met this really cute British girl, and she wanted citizenship, and I was wondering like how that would work out.
He's calling security. Way to go, Nick. You gotta appreciate, right? It's very dry sense of humor. That was great. Apparently she wasn't in the office. No, but she had quite a character answering the door for her.
I bet she was gay. Almost guarantee you. All right, Newsom's being caught for the federal money laundering out there.
A massive investigation has uncovered that California may have committed major fraud against the US government by exploiting this complicated loophole that's allowed them to steal billions in federal taxpayer funds. One of the largest and most convoluted schemes in modern history has been discovered during a review of California's medical financial records. Investigators found that under Gavin Newsom's leadership, the Golden State has essentially been funneling taxpayer money from all across America to prop up California's own finances. The ingenious plan started in 2022, and it revolves around the complex concept of intergovernmental transfers, which in simple terms is when a local hospital or county makes a transfer to the state Medicaid agency for payments of medical services such
I wonder what cut of money, what percentage he's getting out of each one of these things.
as ambulance rides. After the transfers are made, the state can then request a matching amount of money from the federal government, but Newsom's California abused this system by raising the price of a simple ambulance ride by nearly 300%, and then once the local hospitals made the transfer to the state and the state received the matching funds from the federal government, they then instead paid a private ambulance service which cost only a fraction of the original price, pocketing the difference. But the thing is, this is all legal and the government must find a way to close this loophole.
Yep. I sure hope so. I don't know.
So again, I hear the things that you value, and I believe you that you value these things. What I'm saying to you is, if you're a Trump supporter, especially right now to this day, do you still support Trump, or are you like not on his?
I support him. I don't support everything he does.
And I don't know how you do so and hold your values.
Hi there. So I'm a former Democrat, and the Democrat Party has gotten so haywire that I find myself way more comfortable aligning with conservative values. And you brought up the Bible. Let's talk about Samson and King David, who were flawed individuals, but turned out to be incredible leaders. I'm not picking my president based on his human flaws. And by the way, did you know that he has fantastic relationships with each of his ex-wives? All the children get along. You just look at his children and grandchildren and how they absolutely adore him. You cannot say that about the Biden family, but I don't even want to split hairs. The bottom line is, what Trump has brought back to the American people is peace through strength. And when you have accountability, and you understand that diplomacy doesn't often work with bad actors, but deterrence does. I feel safer under law and order. I feel safer under accountability, and I am a Trump supporter all day.
Do you feel safer knowing that the FBI had to release a statement that Iran was setting up drones to attack the California coast as a result of his war? Does that make you feel safer or less safe?
So I think the FBI and the DOJ have a lot of corruptions under both administrations.
So they just lied about that?
No, I mean, again, you're not responding to what I've said.
Crime. What do I need to respond to?
Yeah. So peace through deterrence. Trump was handed a mess in 2024. Biden lifted sanctions in Iran. October 7th in Israel never would have happened.
Actually,
the war
Trump
in
lifted
Ukraine and
sanctions from
Russia.
Iran. Hold on, Trump lifted the sanctions from Iran.
No,
he left the JCPOA.
No,
Yes, he did.
What is the reason? Okay, let Dominic take this. This is her.
It was actually the Biden administration in summer of 2016. So with the hostage exchange, 6 million of sanctions were given back to Iran, and then 10 million from Iraq were lifted.
So the JCPOA was pulled out of by Trump.
Yeah, but that's totally different.
That's the sanctions that we're talking about.
No. That's the legacy of the Obama administration.
And Iran used that so they could build the nuclear bomb twice so far.
There was an expiration date and there was on a renewal. So those are two separate things.
So
they don't care if they die themselves as long as they kill us.
Trump pulled out of the JCPOA,
but that's not
which was the
sanctions.
Those were the sanctions that were holding them accountable and making sure that they didn't develop.
No, that wasn't sanctions. It was a series of checks and balances for the regime.
Well, crap, they were making the nuclear bomb still. They were using the oil money that they were making.
Why did they agree to those checks and balances?
Because Obama released $1.7 billion to the regime. They never complied with the JCPOA. That's why Trump didn't pursue renewing it.
Exactly.
There was a clause that ended. They didn't renegotiate for it. So Trump didn't end it. There was no renegotiation. The sanctions that were lifted were under the Biden administration.
So I'll continue on law and order. Did you know that in 2025, crime has drastically decreased in record numbers? And that is not by accident. When Trump came down hard in cities like Chicago, DC, and New York, police refunding works. Law and order works. It protects all Americans.
Did you know that crime has been decreasing steadily every single year since like 1960?
You can't ignore the drastic drop.
Does that not matter?
No. It's actually not true. It's not. Has
this
been
is
studying.
true.
In many black neighborhoods like Chicago, it's literally kids can't play outside. So I'm sorry that you live in a bubble and you don't understand the suffering in other communities, in certain communities.
My husband
bringing illegals in.
I don't prefer that not be
a homeless shelter.
Yes, a homeless shelter. So I hear that you guys have some central conservative values that I believe that you guys genuinely hold. The problem is I don't know how you hold them and simultaneously support Trump. I'm not saying become a Democrat. I'm saying if you have these conservative principles, like so many conservatives, you must be anti-Trump because he isn't fulfilling limited government, nuclear family. He's not really fulfilling law and order. He's not fulfilling federalism.
Biden was doing limited government? Wow, look at the Learning Center. Biden was doing that?
As it relates to anything that has been said, certainly as it relates to the comment related to maximum warfare everywhere, all the time, in connection with the redistricting battle that Republicans launched. I stand by it. You can continue to criticize me for it. I don't give a damn about your criticism.
Hakeem Jeffries is one of the biggest hypocrites. One minute, he's calling for unity. The next minute, he's continuing his violent hatred rhetoric towards the president and towards the White House. It's because of people like Hakeem Jeffries that there has now been 4 attempts on the president's life. He's using very specific language like maximum warfare for a reason. That's what he wants. You know what's so crazy about these Democrats is that they have worked so hard to label the president a fascist and have stated multiple times that he is a danger and a threat to democracy. Yet there have now been 4 attempts on the president's life. Well, what part of our constitutional republic is democracy? Our voting, our elections. And President Trump won. And people have since been trying to assassinate him. So who's the real threat to democracy?
Amen on that. This guy's from Iran.
This is a message to the world from an Iranian refugee. Each morning, we are losing so many lives in Iran because of asking freedom in silence without internet. They shut internet for 60 days now. We get no news. We have no connection with our families, relatives, friends inside Iran. And in this silence, they are killing and massacring my people. I'm asking for help just from United States and Israel, from the people who hate Trump. I don't want to tell you that Trump is a good man or anything else, as you cannot tell me Khamenei is a good man or not, because I know him as an Iranian, as a person who lived in Iran. But I want to just tell you something. If you hate Trump, hate him. Absolutely, you have reasons for hating Trump. But just know that this man, whatever he is, this man is saving lives in Iran. Don't believe your media. Persians are praising Donald Trump and his policies against IRGC. I'm just talking to you, to the democratic people, to the Democrats inside the United States. If you want to stop Trump about everything, if you hate Trump, I cannot tell anything about your country. I never been in the United States. But support him if Iranian lives matter for you. Support him about Iran conflict in every possible way. Please. If you're going to be united in just one moment in the United States, let that moment be about fighting against the evil regime inside Iran. They are massacring my people. Care about people's life, please. Thank you.
Amen. It's about the Democrats.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, today has already proven to be absolutely catastrophic for the Democrats. You see, today we just got not one, but actually three massive legal updates that, when combined, pretty much spell out complete and total doomsday for the progressive left. Let's go ahead and break it all down. Now, first off, I want you to take a look at this. Breaking news this morning, the U.S. Supreme Court has officially allowed Texas to use the state's brand new congressional map for the 2026 midterms.
Yay, Tammy. That's Texas for you. Good job.
In a 6-3 decision released just this morning, the U.S. Supreme Court has allowed Texas to implement its new drawn district map for 2025, which is designed to favor Republicans and could potentially secure the Republicans up to 5 additional seats in the U.S. House of Representatives come 2026 midterms. Justin, the U.S. Supreme Court.
The thing I worry about is by splitting the vote, so they would give Republicans in their districts a closer lead. And so if the races are close, they might be able to cheat and win some of those.
Court officially upholds the Texas 2026 congressional map. Republicans currently stand to gain 5 seats. Now, they passed this map down in Texas about a year ago now, must have been. And then guess what? You had a member of the radically progressive federal judiciary, some progressive judge said, you're not allowed to do that. Went to the Supreme Court. Actually, they are. Actually, we are. And this is what that map is going to look like. I'll explain to you why this was allowed, why this ended up getting passed and upheld by the Supreme Court. I want to say something real quick. Not all redistricting is the same. Not all gerrymandering is the same. It's case by case. It happens in different ways for different reasons. Not all redistricting is as bad or as good or otherwise as all other instances. And I'll explain to you what I mean by that in just a moment. But first, take a listen to this.
Sean, what a big day this is for the GOP. As you point out, the High Court clearing the way for Texas's new congressional map that really could help the Republicans with perhaps as many as 5 more seats in the House come the midterm elections in 2026. Now, the High Court's unsigned order actually follows Texas's emergency request for the justices to pause a 3-judge panel's ruling, which previously tried to block the state's recently redrawn map. Now, in its decision to side with Texas, the High Court said that panel failed to honor the presumption of legislative good faith by construing ambiguous, direct, and circumstantial evidence against the legislature. The High Court also found that given the release of the panel's ruling right smack dab in the middle of Texas's candidate filing period, the lower court had improperly inserted itself into an active primary campaign, causing much confusion and upsetting the very delicate federal-state balance in elections. Bottom line, Sean, it's a win for the separation of powers. It's a win for the great state of Texas. And it ultimately could be a very, and I mean very big win for the GOP come the midterm elections in 2026.
Well, it most certainly is going to help a lot. We'll talk about that here in a moment. But folks, in summary, the Republicans now, as of this morning, have just concretely locked in an extra 5 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives going into midterms, and no one has even voted yet. Midterm season hasn't even really started soon. And just to be perfectly clear, we were able to accomplish.
In Virginia, they now got it up to 45 days ahead of time voting.
Push this down in Texas. by ripping apart all of the Democrats' beloved racially gerrymandered, unconstitutional voting districts. So when I said that not all redistricting is built the same, it's all different. What happened here in Texas, you had Democrats that had long established racially gerrymandered, unconstitutional voting districts. Texas said, you know what? We're going to rip these apart. This stuff is illegal. It's unconstitutional. We're going to bring balance and a degree of fairness back to our districts here. We're going to rip apart the unconstitutional Democrat districts. That's what happened. That's what just got held up. Absolutely massive. But like I said earlier, that is not all that has happened today. Because now I want to show you this. Just this morning, Florida State Governor Ron DeSantis has dropped officially a brand new redistricted congressional map for the great state of Florida. Republicans are set to pick up an additional 4 seats. This is hot off the press this morning. First on Fox, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis has officially unveiled this morning.
Look at how tiny these little blue spots are. Now, after 2030, they're going to gain more seats here.
A brand new congressional redistricting map proposal, which adds 4 GOP seats to the Sunshine State. A quote, Florida got shortchanged in the 2020 census, and we've been fighting for fair representation ever since, said.
I believe my 2 brothers would be somewhere in this number 2, this side of on 2.
DeSantis. Now, ladies and gentlemen, just like in Texas, the Democrats have tried to racially gerrymander the state of Florida. But now the great people down in Florida, Ron DeSantis included, are set to toss those unconstitutional, racially gerrymandered voting districts into the garbage can where they belong. And so just right there, between Texas and Florida, already us Republicans, we are set to lock in up to 9 seats in the U.S. House of Representatives. And I'll tell you what, that is an absolutely massive deal because keep in mind, ladies and gentlemen, right this very moment, the Republican-Democrat split in the House is only 6 seats. So yeah, literally every single seat counts, and we have just locked in an extra 9. That seems to be the case. But now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we've gotten done talking about today's good news for the Republicans, what do you say we talk about today's bad news for the Democrats? Because boy, oh boy, howdy, did they just get some absolutely catastrophic doomsday news. Now, as all of you know, just the other day, the Democrats attempted to illegally redistrict the great state of Virginia. And because it was illegal, they literally violated their own Virginia state constitution in doing so. Well, guess what? The Virginia State Supreme Court decided to get directly involved. In fact, just this morning, they heard their first set of oral arguments pertaining to the legality of this new gerrymandered Democrat map in Virginia. And I'll tell you what, let's just say, as a little bit of a spoiler here, things this morning did not go well for the Democrats in front of the Virginia State Supreme Court. I've got something I want you to take a look at. Reported by Bloomberg this morning. The Virginia Supreme Court heard arguments Monday morning on the Republicans' effort to block a new congressional map that could boost the Democrats' House seats after midterms. Well, it would. If this map is locked in, it would boost the Democrats' seats in the House by potentially 4 or 5. It would be a big boost. Newsmax says Virginia Supreme Court judges sounded skeptical Monday morning of the state's new Democrat-drawn congressional map. Now, they talked about this morning, they talked about the merits of all of this redistricting in the state of Virginia. The Supreme Court in Virginia, they were not impressed. They were smacking down all of these claims made by the Democrat legal team here. I want to show you something. I'm not just talking out my behind here, okay? We always have this phrase, put your money where your mouth is. Well, people on this website, Polymarket, they have been betting whether or not the new Virginia congressional map will get passed and used in midterms. Well, ladies and gentlemen, April 21st, 6 days ago, the betting odds were 95% yes. People were betting, yes, there's a 95% chance that this new Democrat-favored congressional map in Virginia will get used. Folks, after today's Supreme Court oral argument session this morning, it has plummeted all the way down to 63%. They started the day at 80%.
I hope it gets a lot lower than that.
Following the Supreme Court oral arguments, plummeting down to 63. And minute by minute, it's still going lower. I've been tracking this all day. It is cratering. So we say, like I said, put your money where your mouth is. These people are even the bettors. People that are putting their money where their mouth is. I don't know. People aren't so confident that this thing is going to get locked in. Good news for us. Terrible news for the Democrats. We have just locked in +9 between Texas and Florida. That seems to be the case. The Democrats thought that they could lock in another +4 or 5 in Virginia. You broke the law. You violated your own Virginia state constitution. Probably not the case. And I'll tell you what, this is the stuff that we love to see if we actually want to put America first.
Amen on that. I'm hoping. We definitely have to win midterms. We must win them. Otherwise, it's all hell's going to break loose.
Democrats are the dumbest people on the planet. The dumbest. I'm watching every one of them destroy themselves. They get online or they get up in front of audience and they say the dumbest things to destroy themselves. Look at Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel is done. I just want y'all to understand this. He's done.
I hope so.
He has no more credibility. Nobody cares for him. And after that comment that he made to Melania, saying that she looks like a widow, he's done. He's done. He is done. Let me tell you something. Melania, she responded. And once the wife, people don't understand this. Most of the time, the wife is the one keeping the husband calm. If she's not a treacherous person. Usually it's the wife that says, oh, honey, you know, they're just being who they are. Don't worry about it. Don't let it get to you. Don't let it phase you. You just keep doing you. Not now. Not this time. Jimmy's done. He is done. That was the most disrespectful thing that you could say. When you tell a person they look like a widow, he's done. He's done. He is done. And he did it to himself. And I'm here for it. Where's my popcorn? It's just like when Jesus told Moses, tell Pharaoh to let my people go, but he's not. Because I want to lay my hand on him. He's going to harden his heart. Oh, Jimmy's heart is hardened so much that he didn't talk himself right on out of a career. He has talked himself right on out of accreditation. He has talked himself out of friends. He's getting ready to be alienated out here because tell us how you really feel, Jimmy. Don't nobody watch that dry show with that dry comedy. They lying to you. You ain't funny. You suck. We know you in them Epstein files. We know you grabbing your ankles to get to where you are. You are done. He is done. I am here for it. Go America!
I see so many people waking up on the left. I guarantee you she wasn't a conservative one time. All right.
There are literal terrorists teaching American students. This is not an exaggeration, and it's something that should concern just about everybody, right? Because this is being done by design. Islam is not a religion. It is a political ideology whose number one goal right now is the downfall of Western civilization, just as they did previously to the Middle East, and why the Middle East is in ruins, except for one country that did not allow itself to be conquered by them. It's why we're watching the real-time downfall of Europe, which I strongly believe is going to completely collapse within my lifetime unless something changes drastically and very, very soon. And now they're trying to bring that nonsense over to America, which they have been doing for the past few years. If you read the Muslim Brotherhood's 100-year plan, they spell it out very clearly.
Does Chat think that Kimmel will be fired?
Clearly, because they don't actually have the faith that Americans are going to stand up and fight for their country. And unfortunately, so far, they've been right. It's why we have countries like Qatar trying to cozy up to America and give billions of dollars underhandedly to our American universities so they can subvert the mindset and then and therefore control the culture. So when they actually go for the full out infiltration, they're not going to have as much dissent. It's why you have brain dead people at UC Berkeley's law school as part of their SJP chapter hosting people like Isra Jabez. Now, this woman, you might notice her face looks a little bit messed up. Believe it or not, Palestinians actually aren't supposed to look like that. Crazy, I know. What happened there is she blew herself up. Right? She attempted to be a suicide bomber, attempting to take the lives of innocent Israeli civilians, and she failed, and she survived, and now she's permanently disfigured. And she was convicted of her crime, right? Because it was clear as day what she was attempting to do there. And UC Berkeley Law School thought it was appropriate to host her as a speaker, right? Because they were talking about Palestinian Prisoner Day and free the innocent people, but apparently the innocent people are also convicted terrorists. I don't really understand what they're going for here. But the fact that this woman was even allowed on US soil, much less hosted as a speaker to students, yeah, the alarm bell should be sounding, guys.
Marianne. Hey, Marianne.
I don't think there are enough people angry about the Southern Poverty Law Center being indicted on 11 charges. I don't see enough anger behind that because y'all do realize that there was such a low amount of racism and white supremacy in this country that they had to pay both parts to create it. They had to pay radical right-wing extremist groups to come on scene to events to create hate, racism, and division. And after they paid those extremist white organizations to do such things, they in turn made hundreds of millions of dollars in donations for people who are wanting to combat this as soon as it starts. Like, that pisses me off to my core because y'all...
I'm seeing so many black leftists waking up.
Built y'all platform. They built everything that the Democratic Party has been doing since I can remember.
I see that as encouraging.
Has been built on the platform of racism, white supremacy, white nationalities, and the fact that we are not making any progress in this country under racism and all of that stuff. And we were making so little progress that your largest Democratic donating organization had to go out and create these problems. Like, make it make sense. Dude, this is how bad they're wanting us to go against each other. This is how bad they're needing to cause division. Because when we're not divided, we're paying attention, and then our focus is on them. And that's what's happening right now. This focus that has been on American first policies, American first procedures. Everybody's saying that everybody that voted for Trump wasn't doing it because they racist. No! Trump won because he ran on America first. Americans, regardless of their race, are just tired of being put on the back burner and want somebody to put them first for a change. And that's not a problem. That shouldn't even have to be an issue. That should be the norm. But it's not, and it has not been for so long. So we were so undivided that they invested hundreds of millions of dollars to divide us. Now, I wonder what would happen if we just come together and realize we have all been lied to. We have been lied to. We have all been lied to. It's simple as that.
It is simple
all
as
black
that.
people not hoods and hood rats. All white people are not racist. I guarantee you a good 90% of this country share the same morals. Well, no, probably about 75% because of the immigration. We all share the same desires. And if we were to come together, I guarantee you we could probably actually have the country that we all truly want deep down inside without a Democrat or Republican Party.
Amen on that. All right, this lady's talking about if the shoe was on the other foot.
I see people arguing with liberals because they're already saying that it's staged. You need to understand something. At no point can you argue with the mentally fucking insane. They have proven it over and over again by cheering on the deaths of people that they despise, people that they don't like, people that they disagree with, whether it be politically, emotionally, religiously. It doesn't fucking matter. If it's not successful, to them, it's staged. Because that's the only possible outcome that they want out of that scenario, is for Donald Trump to be dead. And why do they want that? Because for 11 years, they've heard nothing but he's Hitler, he's a fascist, he's a Nazi, he's a white supremacist, he's a racist, rapist, pedophile, he's a threat to our democracy, he stomps on the Constitution while ignoring Nancy Pelosi, ripping up State of Union addresses, and people continuously infringing on our rights in the Democrat Party. Whatever, right? Because they're Democrats, that's fine. But the list goes on. And who are they hearing them from? Not just from random people, right? They're hearing them from Democrat politicians and rhinos in office. They're hearing them from Democrat House representatives like fucking Timu Obama. They're hearing them from mainstream media sources like CNN and Caitlin Bowles and MSNBC and ABC and sometimes even fucking Fox News. They are hearing it from all of these liberal content creators that you give free passes to on this fucking internet to say whatever vile, hateful shit that they want, and that's no violation found at all whatsoever. But under no circumstances do you hold any of these motherfuckers accountable for the shit that comes out of their mouths.
Sorry about the language.
No, it's staged. It's this. It's for poll points. It's for a ballroom. No, it's because you have induced a mass hysteria in society that Donald Trump is this evil, evil person who, if it doesn't get taken out, he's just going to destroy everything. Because that is your fucking mentality. You guys are so far gone, so deep in hell, so consumed by
what's other people's thoughts that came into the chat later about Comey being indicted.
Whatever fucking demons are eating you away at night, that you cannot see the actual danger you are putting not only yourself in, but anybody who aligns with him politically because of the shit that you threaten online and the shit that you threaten in people's DMs. This violence, this chaos is not staged. It is because of your incompetence. It is because of your retardation. And it is because of your utter hatred for a man for changing the foundation for the better. And you can't fucking stand it.
I think they're
Get over yourselves.
I've already faced it down in D.C., the left-wing things. All right, this one's about Tim Walz and what's going on there. Indictments. Today, you know that they went through the Leering Center in Minnesota and arrested a lot of people.
Tim Walz is being roasted on X as we speak by Kash Patel because, get this, that little weasel Walz tried to say if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have discovered any of this fraud. I'm going to read you what he said. It is, this dude has some effing nerve. He says, today's raids by state and federal law enforcement happened because our state agencies caught irregular behavior and reported it. Really, Tim Walz, because I seem to remember that Nick Shirley had to go into your state and show the whole entire country what was really going on, and you had no idea, because if you did, you would have been investigating it a long time ago, wouldn't you? But rightfully so, Kash Patel says, come again. This FBI and DOJ with our DHS partners drafted and executed every search warrant today. But go ahead and take credit for our work while we smoke out the fraud plaguing Minnesota under your governorship. Mr. Jazz Hands should probably get off the internet and go figure out his own life, because if he keeps it up, I have a feeling that the DOJ is going to be drafting some papers about him. Every single Democrat has acted like Nick Shirley is the bad guy, when in reality, you should have been happy and working with him if this was a nonpartisan issue, if you gave even a single F. So, like I said, I'm going to need Tim Walz to go ahead and sit the F down.
Amen on that. All right, King Charles spoke to Congress today. Here's a little clip of it about talking about Christian faith.
And, Mr. Speaker, for many here, and for myself, the Christian faith is a firm anchor and daily inspiration that guides us, not only personally, guides us not only personally, but together as members of our community. Having devoted a large part of my life to interfaith relationships.
I second that, Marianne.
And greater understanding, it is that faith in the triumph of light over darkness which I have found confirmed countless times. Through it, I am inspired by the profound respect that develops as people of different faiths grow in their understanding of each other.
I don't know. I thought that was pretty good. He's establishing that we are Christians. All right, I'm going to do a little humor next.
Obama shields Trump assassin with blatant hypocrisy. A deranged Democrat teacher and Kamala Harris donor, Cole Allen, traveled across the country by train loaded with multiple firearms, assembled his arsenal in a hotel room, and attempted to assassinate President Trump right outside the doors at the White House Correspondents' Dinner. His manifesto was crystal clear. He vowed to slaughter everyone in the room to reach Trump, whom he branded a pedophile, rapist, and traitor, then execute the full administration. He had posted online demanding to arm up, make Trump die with a shotgun, and stage his own January 6th chaos. Yet Obama rushed to X claiming, "We don't know all the details about the motives," and called to reject violence. The post was obliterated in a nuclear ratio by millions, with community notes exposing the obvious lie. This is the establishment's filthy playbook. Bury leftist political terror to protect their radicals while endangering every American's safety and freedom.
Amen. If those probably listening didn't see the pictures that are hand-drawn type stuff. All right, here's a little humor. This one's humor about Omar. Watch this. You got to be watching, actually. This is about the World War XI thing.
The last time the Alien Enemies Act was invoked, it was used to detain and deport German, Japanese, Italian immigrants during World War XI.
First of all, my name is 11 Han Omar. I survived World War XI. The bombs fell, but this neck brace saved me. I ate pie for strength. I led my unit through the chaos. We bought war bonds. Now you must too. Buy war bonds. Let me tell you how I survived World War XI.
They have her cross-eyed. Is she really cross-eyed in real life?
This black tar saved my life. Surprise! Die, you old fools! You are sabotaging the war effort. I will stop you now. Die, you traitors! No more pie for you!
I don't know. Here's the real Democrats.
For over a month, radical Congresswoman Maxine Waters has been a complete ghost, missing from the halls of Congress since March. She didn't surface until April 26th at a local event in Los Angeles. Yet somehow, her votes kept magically appearing on the House floor. Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries has been illegally casting proxy votes for her, even though proxy voting was repealed after the pandemic. House Republicans are demanding answers. Majority Whip Tom Emmer dropped the hammer, saying, "We haven't seen or heard from her in months. Jeffries has been covering for her. Her votes shouldn't count at all." This is peak Democrat corruption, propping up an absent, out-of-touch radical just to cling to power. Maxine Waters.
Oh, they used their votes. They did that with Steinfeld or whatever her name was from California, San Francisco.
And Hakeem Jeffries must be brought up on charges for this fraud. Under President Donald J. Trump and a Republican House, this swamp behavior will no longer be tolerated. It's time to restore real integrity to Congress. Follow at TrumpNews.baby at Jonathan Gregory.
Yep.
Let me tell you
about
something.
Obama.
For 8 years, we were told repeatedly, confidently, almost aggressively, that Barack Obama ran the cleanest White House in modern American history. Scandal-free, ethical, above reproach. The media said it, his advisors said it, he said it himself, with a straight face, looking directly into the camera. And for a long time, a lot of people believed it, because the press wasn't going to tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
The late-night hosts weren't going to
100, 111.
The newspapers that spent years breathlessly covering
smell.
every Republican misstep went quiet, turned the page, looked the other way. But here's the thing about secrets.
Does that come from doing it with goats there, Kurt?
They don't stay buried forever. And what's coming out now, what has already come out, is enough to make your head spin. So today we're going to go through it, all of it. From the scandals that were buried while he was still in office, to the bombshell allegations being made right now in 2025 and 2026 by sitting officials in the United States government, we're not going to rush. We're going to take our time, because this story deserves to be told properly, and the American people deserve to finally hear it told honestly.
Let's start at the very beginning. Because even before Barack Obama set foot in the Oval Office, there were warning signs, signs that the press chose to ignore because they were too invested in the narrative. The narrative of the young, brilliant, post-racial candidate who was going to heal America and change the world, that narrative was worth too much to risk with inconvenient questions. So the questions didn't get asked. And the American people walked into 8 years of his presidency essentially blind. The first thing you need to understand about Obama,
I'd like to see him in an orange jumpsuit there.
is that he was a politician who built his entire brain.
And then comment to your thing there, I think it was Kurt. Yeah, they really do that stuff there, from what I'm told.
And on transparency and accountability.
I talked to people over there.
That was the pitch.
That stuff's
Hope
done
and change.
done by those Durkas.
New kind of politics. He stood in front of crowds and told them he was going to run the most open administration in American history. He said government should be accountable to the people. He said secrecy was the enemy of democracy. Those were his words. Remember them. Because what followed was one of the most secretive, stonewalling, obstruction-heavy administrations in living memory. And I'm not saying that 47 of his own inspectors general said it. 47. These are the government's internal watchdogs, the people whose entire job is to make sure the executive branch is following the law. And in 2014, 47 of Obama's 73 inspectors general signed an open letter saying the administration was actively blocking their investigations. Not one or two, 47. That letter should have been front page news everywhere. It wasn't. Most Americans never
that isn't going to happen with our media.
heard about it. Ask yourself why. Now,
You get even one on the other way around, that they'll be invited on every show.
let's talk about the scandals one by one, because each one on its own is significant. But when you lay them all out together, one after another, a picture starts to emerge. And that picture is not of a scandal-free presidency. It's of an administration that was very, very good at making sure its scandals didn't get the coverage they deserved. Start with Operation Fast and Furious. This one should have ended careers. It should have been the kind of story that dominated the news cycle for months. What happened was this: the Obama Justice Department, under Eric Holder, ran a program in which they allowed thousands of guns to be purchased by straw buyers and then deliberately allowed those guns to walk, that's the term they used, walk into the hands of Mexican drug cartels. The stated logic was that they would track these guns and build cases against the cartels. But here's the problem. They lost the guns, thousands of weapons, just gone, in the hands of some of the most violent criminal organizations on the planet. And then one of those guns turned up at a crime scene in Arizona where Border Patrol agent Brian Terry had been shot and killed, a federal law enforcement officer, dead because of a program run out of the Obama Justice Department. Congress wanted answers. They subpoenaed documents. Eric Holder refused to hand them over. Congress held him in contempt, the first sitting attorney general in American history to be held in contempt of Congress. And what did the Obama
No, he didn't go to jail like some of Trump's people when they were held in contempt.
administration do? They invoked executive privilege to shield those documents from investigators. Executive privilege, the same legal tool they accused Republicans of abusing. And the press? The press largely moved on. Brian Terry's family didn't get justice. The full truth never fully came out. And Barack Obama got to keep his scandal-free reputation. Then there's the IRS.
He wasn't scandal-free.
And I want you to really think about this one,
It was media
because it is
reporting free.
arguably the most chilling abuse of government power we have seen in decades. Under Obama's IRS, conservative groups, Tea Party organizations, liberty groups, groups with words like patriot or constitution in their name, were systematically targeted for extra scrutiny when they applied for tax-exempt status. We're talking about ordinary Americans who wanted to
In fact, they would just drag their feet and never give them that tax-exempt thing. But all the NGOs that were bringing illegals into America, they got tax-exempt. And Southern Law Poverty Center was getting that too.
organize, who wanted to participate in their democracy, who wanted to exercise their First Amendment rights. And the federal government used the power of the IRS to slow them down, frustrate them, bury them in paperwork, demand their donor lists, ask them what books they were reading. This is not a conspiracy theory. This was confirmed. Lois Lerner, the IRS official at the center of it, admitted the targeting happened. Then she went before Congress, invoked the Fifth Amendment, and refused to answer any more questions. The Justice Department under Obama refused to prosecute her. She retired with her.
Yep. That was the cut I had from it, not the whole thing. The whole show I didn't have. All right, this is about some media people when the shots rang out in hiding. You'll find this kind of interesting.
There was a reporter. I probably shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say it. There was a reporter in the room who was under a table. And when the shots went off and everybody's hiding, she said, "I hope they killed the Orange MF." That was a journalist in the room who was hoping that when she stood up, the president of the United States would be dead. So I'm coming to a public venue where I know it might be hostile to expose myself to an honest dialogue, an open dialogue. And if you ask me a question and I don't have an answer, I will get you something in writing or we can talk on the phone. But when you have members of the press openly enticing, hoping, talking about killing the chief executive officer of this country, again, Muslim, Jew, Hindu, I don't care. That's a problem.
I'm sorry, what did she say?
I hope they killed the Orange MF.
That won't come out though. I guarantee you. Now this one you got to listen pretty close. It's about a phone call with a conservative with a liberal TikToker, saying he's going to harm him. All right, so you got to listen close to catch everything.
Yes. 100%.
Be a pussy?
Yes. 100%.
Shoot you.
Whoa, really?
I'll kill you. I'll shoot you in your face.
Really?
Oh, yeah, I'll shoot you and your whole family.
You're gonna shoot me? Hold on, wait. So you're gonna shoot me, my whole family?
Yeah, I would.
Why?
I would do that right now if I were right in front of you. And then I wouldn't even care.
So you would kill me and my family?
I would.
For why? Why would you do that?
Because you support a pedophile and a rapist.
Oh, so you kill somebody because you believe that they have a bad opinion, right? Hold on, I'm trying to hear it.
Oh yeah, it's just like in prison. If you support a rapist, if you are, then you're going to get the shit beat out of you and killed.
This is everything they keep saying on the left. They're saying Trump's a pedophile, he's a rapist, all that bull crap. Over and over and over again. They just won't let that crap go because it's not true.
Sucks for you, MAGA fucks. I do that to all of you MAGA fucks if I saw you right now. Come on.
Yeah.
You stupid fuck. We're in a lawless country where ICE...
His name is Timothy McGill.
ICE shoots people in the...
Timothy McGill.
You're fucking lost.
Timothy McGill is his name. Timothy McGill. Hold on. Let him finish.
Say it all.
I want to hear it.
Oh, yeah. We're talking about the one before. Okay. Remember, she was a bimbo.
Continue, Timothy. How many people have you threatened like this? Timothy, this is when you're low IQ.
You guys are the first and not the last.
Oh, so how many people are you planning on threatening?
On this account, you're the first.
Okay.
And you're not the last, bitches.
Okay. How many of you are going to take to come and kill us?
Oh, just me.
Just you.
Uh-huh.
Okay. How do you plan on doing that?
I'm not telling you my plan.
Why not?
That's my plan.
So wait. What if there are children involved? What would you do?
Well, depends. If they're going to be little fascist pigs like you guys.
Oh. Okay.
Go down.
Awesome. So you're killing children too, huh?
And that threat directed towards me is a common thing when it comes to conservatives. I get them all the time. Other conservatives get them all the time. The left has emboldened these people.
This isn't a phone call, I believe.
To feel comfortable where they can openly threaten you and feel that there are going to be no repercussions. Because remember, we've been labeled Nazis, terrorists, we're worse than Hitler, and we need to be stopped. They celebrated when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Some were angry that Trump didn't lose his life. And that is one of maybe hundreds that I get, whether it's through video, lives, or messages. Others get thousands. But this is the Democrat Party today.
And they are violent. They are violent. Absolutely. I should have saved that to play just before my second to last one. Anyways, this woman talks about she used to live in UK and how much it's changed and how bad it was even then. It's even worse now about the invasion of Islam.
I left the UK when I was 18. The Islam thing was a problem even back then.
Somalians in Cardiff, right? There's lots?
There's a mix, but there were several groups that took over certain areas of Wales, and we were told as, young white girls, you shouldn't go to these areas because you'll be unsafe. And I was like, why? And they were like, well, they're asylum seekers, they come from a different background. And I was like, okay, so they're allowed to attack us. We're not allowed to go through our own towns and villages. That's insane. And I just started to see the demographics of Wales change overnight. Thanks, Angela Merkel, for that. And yeah, as soon as I was legally able to, I left.
Yeah, I don't blame her on that. All right, this next one, we can get it up here. This is happening in Nigeria. So this guy wouldn't switch to, he's Christian, and he wouldn't switch to being Muslim. No, don't worry, it's not. You don't really see the graphicness of it. It's kind of after the fact. They behead him.
Bismillah wassalatu wassalam ala man la nabiyya ba'dahu. Haza sahir.
They're blurring the part where it happens.
These people are genuinely the devil's army. You can't convince me otherwise. These people are just wild, demonic savages. They have no remorse for human life. They have no compassion. They kill women. They kill children. They rape them. To them, taking a human life is as common as changing a pair of socks. And the scary thing is that they are so brainwashed on such a large scale by this medieval ideology created by a pedophile. And you think these are the same individuals that are being flooded into our countries all over the world. They openly chant their desire to take over and kill everybody that doesn't believe the same thing they do. And somehow the media has managed to brainwash a lot of you to think that you're being Islamophobic if you don't want to be killed. What is wrong with you people? Wake up. I know some of you are old enough to think, oh, fuck it, I'm not going to be here in 20 years. But your kids will. Your grandkids will. Your great-grandkids, if you're that lucky, will. They will be living in hell. Hell on earth. Unless you and I and all of us together do something about it. How can people see everything that's going on around the world on a regular, daily basis?
And Tammy, it's actually the Marxist playbook. It's in the manifesto.
And still carry on with their life as if nothing is happening.
The first job is to shut you up.
Still working 9 to 5, looking forward to the weekend so you can go out and have a glass of wine, have some food at a restaurant, watch a film at the cinema, like nothing's happening. You guys are sleepwalking to the slaughterhouse. Wake up before it's too late. You guys are in a war. Whether you like it or not, you're in a war. And it's not a war for oil. It's not a war for money. It's not a war for minerals or nuclear weapons. This war is for your very own freedom.
And in the near future, and that, let's see, I was going to go with this one next.
What they're trying to do here is the same thing that was done in the South for decades to prevent people of color from voting.
See, this is where my righteous anger pop up because I know what he's saying is a lie. I live in the South. I've been living in the South my whole life on the Gulf Coast. I go to vote every single time there's an election. And guess what? I show my ID. I write my signature. They check to make sure who I am. I go vote. No problems. Nobody asking me any questions. Nobody making me count the jelly beans in the jar. And quit lumping us in the people of color category. We're Black Americans. And we are citizens, and nobody is taking away our right to vote. What they are doing is they're using Black people, going back in the
with voter ID and none of this mail-in balloting crap, they could win any elections.
past, provoking emotional manipulation, because they know if they say Jim Crow or slavery, Black people are gonna be like, oh.
Well, and I agree with you about your son's generation, and the kids after that will even be worse.
My God, he's right. They're coming against us. This has nothing to do with you, Black people. Wake up. People of color he talking about is illegal migrants. They don't have IDs. That's their new voting base. Quit letting these people use you. I've been having an ID since.
Oh, here in New York, they were handing out IDs and giving them driver licenses without any test, just so they could make sure they'd vote and they'd get their welfare.
Since I was 15 years old. I'm 50 years old. Every Black person I know has an ID. You need an ID to drive. You need an ID to go into a club. You need an ID to fly on a plane. You need an ID to go into another country. You need an ID to buy liquor. You need an ID to buy cigarettes. I don't know any Black person without an ID. Even the poorest of the poor Black people have an ID. JJ down the street that dig in the trash can that I pass by, and he always bothering me about a little bit of money. And when I feeling a little giving, I give him $5. Guess what he do? He go straight into the liquor store and go buy him some liquor. But before he do, he present his ID. So even the homeless man got an ID. Black people, y'all can keep letting these liberals play in y'all face, but Malcolm X warned y'all about these people. They're using you. This is about getting illegal migrants to vote. They don't have an ID, so they don't want any questions whenever they walk in there. They are the Democratic Party new voting base. They are the new slave.
For instance, if you change, you're a woman who got married and changed your last name, you won't be able to show ID and you'll be discriminated against. If you can't find a birth certificate or a proper ID, you'll be discriminated against.
Well, first of all, that's a lie. I've been married twice. Don't judge me. Divorced and then he died. Now I'm remarried. Now let's get back to it. Both times I presented my birth certificate and photo ID. And then I got a marriage license. I got married. And then if I tarried on getting my name changed, guess what? If I went to vote and I didn't have the right name, all I have to do is bring my marriage license.
Oh, Tammy, don't say that. I'm planning on living to 200. That's my goal. Forget this 100 thing. I'm going for 2.
And we know we got a birth certificate. You know why? Because I needed it.
Like I said in chat, they lie and they'll do anything to keep in power. The left believes in the socialist thing, by any means necessary, whatever it takes to grab and keep power, just like Islam.
To get my marriage license, dummy. Or if you didn't need it, you had to have some type of ID in order to get the marriage license. So you bring both. You bring both. And they check it. And they see that the marriage license is your name change. That is just if you just got married at the time of an election. Most of us women, we get married and we handle business. We go ahead and get that new social security card and that new driver's license. Black America, I'm going to need you to wake up. Did you hear what I said? Black America.
Yep. All of America needs to wake up, but them as well. All right, this is about the, they found 14,000 people. This is not a red state, getting fraudulent food stamps.
Sharing. Previously, no data was shared. We had no idea where the taxpayer dollars were spent. Just one red state, the recent dump of data, we found SNAP recipients had more than 2,000 Tesla owners, 200 Alfa Romeo owners, more than 144 that were receiving food stamps were driving Porsches. Again, this is the data dumps we're getting because before we had no accountability on any of these programs. We now are requiring accountability. The blue states are suing us. They don't want to share the data. And can you imagine, this was a red state where there is actually some taxpayer accountability. Imagine what's happening in the blue states if that's happening in the red states.
Oh, much worse. There's money laundering there too. All right, here's the main thing I wanted to play. Now this one, you got to have some nerves. These are leftists in Vermont. This is from a body camera from one of the cops. This is a cop, not one of the ICE agents. You would not believe how hysterical they get it to keep an illegal here. Someone that was wanted for murder, and they wanted to keep him here. And this is to the extent they were going to block even the regular cops from trying to open up the road to get ICE out of there with this illegal.
I'm not going to do this. They're going to hit you. Get out of the road.
This is a cop talking to him.
I know they're going to. It ain't worth it. Get out of the road, please. It is worth it. I'm going to move you before they hit you, okay? Please don't do this. Get off the road. It ain't worth it. It's over.
Get in the street! Get in the street! Get in the street! Oh, this gets worse. And they're yelling, get in the street. Look at pretty much every one of these is a white liberal.
Yeah, so how many of us get run over before you stop them? They're not going to run you over. No, we're not running you over. We're going to move you, okay? Don't want you getting hurt. Too late. Yeah, I agree. Thanks. ICE is a corrupt organization. Need to get him out of here. Where's the cat team? We're a corrupt organization.
Not at all. I'm definitely guilty. Come back. Mr. American citizen, take your hand off. I'm the ex-sheriff of this county.
We need to do something different.
They're pushing, but if they want us to use force, it's going to get on too. That's all. It's going to work. We have to start taking one by one, making arrests. That's the only option. Like, they don't want us to do that.
All right. I didn't know that for a while. My God. There's a melee. Relax now. Don't do anything worse, okay? My
camera messed up?
You have someone on the stage. These people are back that way. Bring him the pond to your stack house. Yeah. He's gonna move a car. Listen, I'm not. He painted over to me. I'm not sure if we're arresting yet or not. I'm not sure if he's actually going to get arrested. So they just handled it. No, I know that, but I mean, with cars. Say what you guys got to say. I don't know what you want to hear from me. You can show up in my barracks anytime. We'll talk. Okay? Oh my God, everything bothers me. Don't get me started.
I'm trying to grab a couple guys to bring cruisers up there.
I'm communicating with you peacefully.
Fine.
I'm just letting you know I'm not.
Thank you. What's going on?
Well, somewhere in here, there's a woman that tries to film this, and they attack her.
You have to tell them.
Oh, buddy, I can't tell anybody anything right now. What do we need?
You're the only one that actually we need it.
Now, this lady deliberately does this, lays down, pretends she's armed. She's having some heart thing or some crap. She's lying to block these cars.
The ambulance for that, she got launched.
I'd grab her, pull her off the goddamn road.
Yeah.
Okay.
She said she has low blood pressure.
Moving and everything.
She's worried about her now.
Totally get it. I just don't want this to start moving here and everybody falls on her. So there's time. If we think we can get up, get up.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you want to move over all of us? It's your body, your choice.
Why don't you move your head a little bit just to see?
I'm moving and I'm okay. I think I can get up. We can all help you up.
I just don't
Even when I pause it, Colin, can you hear me any better?
I just don't want this to start moving and you get trampled.
Okay, okay, yeah.
We won't let them get trampled. You guys are good. We won't let them get
It's not part of the media. It's not? You must be serious. You must be serious. Wait a second.
Well, yeah. Oh, my God. Yeah. You're the only one here that's been like...
They're that desperate to keep that illegal there. It cost all this manpower to get one illegal out of there.
They were not going to house. We all saw it with our eyes.
They please did not go in the house.
We have photos.
We were at the doorway.
We have. I have literally a photo.
Didn't go in.
I have a photo. I'll show you right now.
Are you saying execute the warrant or didn't step in?
I said state police went in the house.
Yeah, we didn't execute the warrant.
That is your state police. That's state police right there. They went in the house.
30 minutes after it started.
They went in the house. Are you allowed to go in the house?
You asked me prior.
At the beginning.
Yeah, we did.
You helped get in the house. You helped them get in the house.
Buddy, before it started, you said, did we go inside the house? I said, no.
I didn't say.
I don't need to justify it, but I said, no, we didn't, because we did.
I said that you clear the path, and you guys helped open the door. Okay?
We didn't. You're fine.
Ice helped open the
That was 30 minutes later where our guy was inside.
We all saw it. The machine. Ice
back
used the
of their
machine.
vests looked like us. It wasn't us.
But so you're saying that you're authorized to execute the warrant? Oh, okay. I thought that's what you said.
We did not execute the warrant.
Execute the warrant.
No.
Move with the train. Move with the train. All right. He's all the way out here.
Yeah, no.
They're gonna hit. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Come on.
Coward. You're a coward. You're a coward.
Hey, stop.
You're sending them. You should be ashamed of you.
Get out of your face. Come on. Come on. Come on, get out of your face.
People aren't getting medical care. People aren't getting fed. People aren't getting water.
Come on.
People aren't getting people are dying or you're sending them.
Come on. Come on.
Up at the top of the screen, I had someone over on YouTube type in there 8647. The leftists still want to kill him.
Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. Don't get hurt. It's not worth it. Already. Do not get hurt.
Jose is still in the house,
Who's Jose?
I'm not sure if
Probably
there's
somebody that. How old?
he's a teenager.
Okay.
He's a U.S. citizen. His phone and ID were taken in the raid, and we're just trying to find a way to get those back to him. So I think that's.
If you're so proud, take your mask off, pussy.
Who can I talk to? And I can't find a fed.
Nobody will talk to you. The feds won't. You won't.
How would you suggest going about getting that back to him?
That's a good question. I don't know. These guys are not from Vermont.
Yeah.
That just didn't happen.
Someone over there said the Boston Fuel office.
Okay. Yes.
don't know.
That's where they're out of. There is a local HSI here, but that's not who's doing this. It's out in the Boston and DC area. I will make sure I tell my captain it's on body cam that his phone and ID were taken, but they probably did it on purpose, or they didn't know it was his and they scooped it up.
Yeah.
Okay. I know.
I know, Tammy. Every once in a while I get one. That one was over on my YouTube thing.
Can you get it back right now? No.
For now, I put him in a timeout. I'll ban him eventually.
Right. Okay.
I can't seem to do it from here.
So afterwards, it would look like reaching out to the Boston Field office?
Yes, that would be the best course of action.
Maybe.
That just tells me what type of people they are, though. They want to kill Trump.
Do I ask? Or I'm not sure how to
Maybe an officer in charge. Or who could I talk to about getting property, a phone back that was taken that wasn't one of the ones taken in custody.
Okay.
I think that would be the best way to say it. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And they're going to Boston right now. They're
No, that's not. I don't know where they're going. No, we wouldn't be driving all the way to Boston. They're probably going to federal court here.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Okay.
People aren't getting medicine. People are dying or you're sending them. People are dying.
How in hell they really think that any of these illegals are taken away are dying? Friggin' A.
People are dying or you're
They're too much on blue sky.
sending them, please. You are
Out of the road. Out of the road.
You are not protecting them.
Off the car. Go. Out of the road. Hey, you have to be on the road.
Never heard of them.
What the fuck are you doing?
Hey, come on, guys. Knock it off.
What the fuck are you doing? I would be knocking off with someone's human rights.
No, please don't. Please don't.
You let them go.
How come they don't see jail time?
Let them go.
Sir, your hands on my throat.
No, this is all to stop a murderer from being taken away by ICE. A murderer and rapist. He murdered and raped a girl. And some other one.
Stop punching people's back! Stop punching people, Harkins! Where's your name tag? Where's your name tag? Where's your name tag?
Coward!
Where's your name tag?
You're a fucking coward!
Help us, please! Please!
Are they rabid or what? These look at her. She's wearing a mask too.
The police!
Why
are you hitting me? Don't touch me!
Let go! Let go! Let go!
What the fuck? Hey, second! 2 seconds now! State police!
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? I'm not presenting anyone you are!
I don't think it's legal for murderers to be here today to help it. Yeah, we don't want you here. Leave. We don't want you
This is the violent left. They're so desperate to keep illegals in this country.
Fuck you! Let me see her face right now.
Please back up.
Get her out from under there.
Please back up. You guys are making it worse right now.
You're saying bullshit.
The quicker they go in cuffs, the quicker they can.
You should be protecting us.
Yeah, they are there protecting you from these illegals.
Can you get her name?
I've asked you numerous times to back up, so back up.
You know what? Some people care about other human beings. We're just trying to get her name. You know what?
Yeah, so back up.
No, fuck you. You were here to help ICE. Not our safety. Hellfire is not our safety.
Don't worry, this will get worse. They're desperate to keep them there.
Yeah. No reason for you to touch me. My little fingers are gonna fucking hurt you. What's your name? What's your name? What's your name?
Excuse me.
Morrow.
They don't get no peace.
Behind you. That's who you're protecting right now.
They don't get no peace.
I'm here. My camera stopped working though.
Guys behind you. Have you seen them? They're all cosplay
Get no peace.
Look at that fucking guy. He's 5 foot fucking nothing. He's a little scrotum. That's who you're protecting, mate. He can't even make his way through cop school. That's who you're protecting. Morrow, have a look at him. Have a look at him, Morrow. Look at this fucking guy and realise that's who you're protecting. The guy in the fucking Rangers hat. The guy in the Rangers hat. Look at him.
Get back in line. Go.
Hey, stop your fucking...
It would be fun if they did make him eat that whistle, and then every time he'd breathe, he'd be blowing a whistle. You wouldn't be able to sleep at night.
You asshole! Have you seen this guy? Morrow, turn around! This fucking...
You don't think these people are vile enough to shoot someone to get that worked up? They're all on blue sky.
guy, look at him! Doing some fucking two-eater because he's 12 years old.
And they're all white liberals. All white libtards.
Fucking look at him. He's nothing. He couldn't even get into a fucking cop school. Look at him. He's fucking nothing.
Why are you wearing a mask, Stady? Why are you wearing a mask, Stady?
The guy's like 100.
Why are you wearing a mask?
I can't believe you're going to grow a beard. He looks like 12 years old. This is the guy protecting. This little scumbag. Look at him. Morrow, look behind you there. Morrow, look behind you. That's the fucking guy you're protecting. Morrow, have a fucking look at him. Do you think he should be called police? I think he should be called police. I fucking don't. I bet you fucking don't either. That's who you're protecting. That little Nazi scumbag.
Push back.
Back up, guys. Back up. Come on. Back up, guys.
Is that an Apple Watch? What do you got there? What time does it say on that puppy, huh? What's your heart rate?
Back up,
I'm
guys.
the next sheriff for sitting in town. Take your hands off. Sir, I'm the next sheriff for
Look at the mask he's got on. He's ready to go to war.
this county. Please take your hands off. Why are you getting your hands? Sir, please take your hands off. What the fuck are you doing?
How to open myself? You should have a different thing. I'll let you if you hold He doesn't touch me. You guys can touch me.
Now remember, these are state troopers fighting with him, trying to get him out of the way so ICE could get that one car out with the murderer rapist out of there.
Get off. Get off. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back.
Because they plan to go to war with him. Have you ever seen anything like this? I've had to deal with these people, or worse actually, down Antifa. They had PVC pipe, and they were hitting me with it down in D.C.
Anything. You don't need so many people on it.
Me and many others they were hitting.
Let him go. Let him go.
Right now. Let him go.
Guys.
I have no clue what part of illegal they don't understand.
Guys, back up, please. Back up, guys. You guys taking it off?
Let him go.
Guys, you can't grab onto it.
We're not coming up to him. You're gonna
Until they start sitting in jail, it's not going to stop. And you get behind the money behind all this.
Just one grab.
You're hurting.
Guys, she's detained.
Remember,
Wait, please.
hold on.
I got to rewind that a few seconds here. The one they're covering the person's face, that's the one that was being attacked by all the nutcakes.
Grab onto it.
We're not coming up to him. You're gonna hurt her. You're gonna get hurt first.
You're hurting.
Guys, she's detained.
Remember,
wait, please.
hold on.
Stupid ass. You don't know why.
Oh my God.
Sort of arrest.
Bullshit. Trooper. What are you doing?
Let her go. Just throw her into the gun. Just throw her in the fucking meat grinder, huh? That's illegal. Federal detainee now. You're a fucking traitor. That's my friend.
I think this happened this past weekend.
Man,
It's just my constituent.
this shit sucks so bad.
You're failing now.
Legal orders.
That person
Fuck you. Why are you DHS bitch?
You failed your country. You're watching.
No, they're trying to save their country. We don't want any more illegals coming in, especially from third world countries.
You're almost out here.
You are working for Donald Trump, not for us.
No, you're working for the American people. There's an old liberal right there. I bet you she at least was a teacher, if not now.
No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
All this to arrest one illegal.
No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace! No peace!
Every single one of them.
You can say
I bet you 95% of them went to these colleges.
whatever you want. You guys ain't any close. There you go.
I thought you can see that. I know what?
You don't have to stand arm in arm with them here. You can stand arm in arm with us. You can't believe you you will be brought to justice. You will pay for it. You will be brought to justice. As the Nazis were brought.
That's exactly what they're doing, protecting the community.
It's not too late. They wouldn't. Do you give a shit about the community here? And you will.
Illegals aren't part of the community.
Will be too. You stand here arm in arm with us. You will be too. When the community gets ripped out of their fucking homes, and he's scared. Because the American people. It's not too.
A lot of the illegals there are the ones stealing from their homes.
It's not too late. You will. You can stand with us.
You notice how a lot of the loudest ones are the white libtards? White women libtards, and then there was always those few guys.
You can stand with us, but you're choosing to stand with them. Free your job. 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 Free your job.
Officer Archer! Officer Peterson! Officer Rialdi! Officer Peterson! Officer Archer!
Free your job. Free your job. Free your job. Free your job.
Shame on you!
Come here!
What's wrong with you?
Is this the underdog?
What's wrong?
Is this the underdog? Is this the underdog?
No, what's wrong with you, you idiot?
You're Nazis! You're Nazis!
The Fluttershy! He's a shit!
What's wrong with
You just took a seat.
And you don't think they're rabbiting up to kill people? They are.
16-year-old girls, Ron. That's who you're talking to. 16-year-old.
Now, if you ever got arrested, would you want them on your jury? That they're on people's juries.
He's a fucking boss. Piece of shit. How's it feel? Shame on you. You're stealing a 16-year-old girl. That's what you're doing. Shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. You're stealing a child. A 16-year-old. She's a human. A woman. You're stealing. What are they going to do to her? Are they going to rape her behind closed doors?
They're talking about the one they arrested, not the one that the ICE people were taking.
A little girl was taking a shower.
They already accused them of raping her. Ridiculous.
She had no mom. Named officer.
Identified her.
Where we know they rape fucking dead rape girls in jail.
What is your name?
Jail time.
What's your name?
I hope you never recover.
Shame
on you.
Shame
on you.
Shame for fucking state police.
You think we have a problem or what?
Get over it.
They're coming for your fucking partner next. You fucking know that, right? Fucking shameful. Fucking fat bitch standing next to me. Fucking shameful, bro. Fucking shameful. Shame. Shame.
I don't blame the cops for quitting when they have to deal with this, or ICE agents having to deal with this, but that's part of their plan, is to get people to quit.
We have to start arresting people. One by one, we got to start arresting them. Oh,
That's what I agree. Start arresting. That's the way to do it. But the thing is, they won't keep them locked up.
Hold the line. That's one at a time. Hold the rest. Everybody gets arrested. One at a time. Disconnect that arm. One at a time.
Can you see why these type of people will kill us?
I
Now, I got surrounded by a bunch of these before with PVC pipe down DC, and I know how it is. Thank heavens for the Proud Boys coming in. At least rubber bullets. At least start with rubber bullets.
One at a time. Hold the line. Once you step ahead, hold the line.
Bring it over here.
On this side. Hold the arm. Hold the
Sex traffickers! Shame!
That's
Now they want them to let them go, all the ones they arrested. You should have arrested more than that. With them, this is desperate to keep just one in there. How are we going to get the 20 or 30 million that Biden let into this country out? It would be crazy.
Put your hands behind your pillow. That's one.
So you want to transport this guy once he's up? Where's your car?
Where's your car?
I don't know who's this is.
They not only got to arrest him, they got to start putting him in jail and then tracking the money behind this.
Stand up. You need to double lock these. All right, let's go. Right here. Good work, brother.
Someone said good work to him, so there was some people supporting him.
So you want to start coming?
Do people know how to contact you? The people here who know?
Yes.
Yes.
Stevie, you have your ID on you, sir? Dylan. Yeah.
What's up?
In your wallet?
Yeah, you got a good one there.
Where's your wallet?
My left.
This pocket. Nice.
the fuck up! Is there someone we can call for you?
They're on it.
They're on it. Good? Why is he being arrested?
Yeah, can I get an answer to that?
Why is he being arrested? You want this sack? Why is he being
Yeah,
arrested?
just put it in the front seat.
Isn't it obvious?
I'm good. Do you want a rescue to check you out?
Dylan, if you can find a way to let Allison know. I know you don't know her, but you can figure out a way.
Yeah.
What's your first name, sir? Do you want rescue to check you out at the barracks? You can have
Your ears are bleeding.
EMS rescue, medical support.
I haven't seen my ears, so I don't know what I look like.
I'm just gonna switch sides for me, okay? Why is he being arrested?
And just double lock the cuffs.
Yeah. You okay?
I'm good.
Are you hurt? You're bleeding.
Both are one.
After around and you found out.
Fighting broke out like a second ago. Just about an hour ago.
I was a little preoccupied. No, I don't know.
Out of
here.
What happened? Just got thrown.
They started pulling people from the side.
So what is the arrest? Excuse me.
Probably disorderly conduct.
Get like that, you pig!
Eyes out!
Oh my God, you're sick! What is wrong with you? Hey, I hope you sleep well tonight. I sleep really well with your wife and kids, buddy. After you drive these people out of their fucking homes,
Yeah, he was here illegally, a rapist and a murderer.
Absolute monster! You fucking piece of filth! What is wrong with you? I should take those goggles off your fucking face! I should send a picture of you right now to your mother! You think she'd be proud of the work you're doing, buddy? You think she'd be fucking proud? You fucking traitors! You traitors to humanity! What the fuck is wrong with you? You call yourself a Vermonter? Fucking state police? What is wrong with you? Protect and serve, you piece of shit! I'm gonna fucking, oh my God, I will see you in hell, you fucking monster!
Does anyone think that these people, at least one or two of them among them, aren't capable of killing someone? Or trying to? Especially trying to kill Trump?
Break into their fucking homes. What's the matter with you? Fucking tiny dick shithead motherfucker. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking tiny dick piece of shit. Fucking traitor. Yeah, you got your earplugs in so you don't have to hear us, huh? You're fucking community members. You don't have to listen to us. Take your fucking earplugs.
I would definitely have to get earplugs for this. My hearing, I only got one good ear, and it would totally ruin that.
Plugs out, listen to us, you piece of shit! Fuck you, A+ piece of shit, right on your vest there, huh?
Even though we don't know it, we are in a culture war.
Yeah, they make you wear that, don't they? Fucking piece of shit! Fucking loser! That's why you dropped out of high school, isn't it? Is this worth it to you? Millions of dollars in taxpayer spending for you to fucking terrorize a family? It's not too late to quit your fucking job. How does it feel knowing that you're the bully, huh?
Family deported together stays together, but they didn't arrest the family.
How's it feel? You ever read a kid's book? You know how there's like an evil person in each kid's book? That's you.
Not the kid books they have in the schools now. They're all porno books.
I know. Get us like fuck assholes. No. Hey, are you South Burlington police? Are you South Burlington? Huh? Do you live here, buddy? You fucking live here? Are you taking my tax dollars, huh? Using my tax dollars to abduct children? Fucking monster. What's the matter with you? You think your fucking family is proud of you right now, huh? Hey, no, I'm talking to you, dude. Not him, you. Yeah, you got that fancy ass helmet on, huh? Yeah, so you can better beat the shit out of people? hell? Big boy, huh? Yeah, you fucking big boy. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. I will see you in hell, pal. I will see you there.
Yeah, and you go first to hell.
Yeah, you. Yeah. Justice! Justice! I saw justice! You think no justice? No justice! No justice! No justice! No justice! She can get her hands on the mirror. Justice! Give me a second! Give me a second, Tony! Oh yeah! Give me a second, huh? Oh yeah!
Do any of these people out here have a job? They're probably all living off the government.
It's a justice! It's a hard life! Justice! Fucking life! Justice! It's a hard life in the fucking world! Yeah, baby! No justice! No justice! Yeah, I hope you sleep really well tonight, buddy. I hope you sleep really well after the hard work you've done.
You should guys still need a mirror?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, let's go. Wait, command post. Thank you, trying to clear.
Oh, the other part of it is some of those little girls in there, those were being sex trafficked girls as well. Don't shut down their sex trafficking. Yeah, they are Antifa. But these people out here don't care about the truth. You see all those little girls in there? They were being sex trafficked. They're going to put themselves in the hospital having that much of a panic attack. This is why they're capable of killing Trump. They are totally capable of it. They would definitely try. If they had a gun in their head and they could shoot Trump, they would. I think they'd likely shoot us if they could. But I bet you most of them are college educated. Look at the nose ring crap. You see all those little girls are about the same age? Now, from what I read in the comments before I downloaded this video, those girls that and all the people were coming across the border from the north, from Canada. They were coming in.
Feel good about yourself, you fucking pig. Boo liquor. Absolute fucking disgrace to our state.
Damn me, that was really hurtful, wasn't it?
Get the hell out here. Show us your badge number.
They are mentally ill enough to kill us. We are in a culture war.
Where are your badge numbers? Disgrace to Vermont.
I would tell them badge number 666 or 999.
Disgusting. You're disgusting. You're fucking disgusting. Show your fucking face. Where's your face? Why can't we see your face? What are you afraid of? Oh, you got afraid.
Get out of here, bitch!
Get out here.
What's your step, okay? There's a stair here. What's your step? You fucking Jesus fucking
Every one of them's a white liberal. Look at the double piercings in the nose there.
It's wrong. This is wrong.
She's going to put herself in the hospital having a heart attack.
Dare you! How dare you! How dare you! This is wrong!
This is wrong! Here you're saving sex trafficked kids in a house where they rape and murdered some kids and all that kind of stuff, and they're having a fit. They don't even know. There it is. They were taking illegals out. That's why. That's what it's for. All right, we're going to go to Omar in Minnesota.
Oh, shit, it's going down in Minnesota. They are raiding 22 daycares. Oh, I'm going to play you the video. I'm going to play you. But it is going down.
Now, large-scale raids targeting federal fraud currently underway. Federal agents seen leaving the Quality Learning Center.
Leering. Quality leering. Anyways, continue.
Sources tell Fox that federal agents are raiding about 22 businesses across Minneapolis this morning, and sources say many of them are tied to Somali-owned operations.
Cool. Now can we do Ilhan Omar? Ilhan, you might want to get your affairs in order, girl. Might want to make sure that everything's tied up on the outside. I know you were working on, closing out that LLC with that fake winery, allegedly. You might want to get everything else in order. I cannot wait to see what happens with this. What do you guys think? I mean, I think we're moving in a good direction. Things are actually happening. What do you think?
I don't know. All right, I'm going to play another video. This is about Paris, what's going on there. And I'm going to try to pop out and pop back in, so hopefully it'll work. We'll see.
20% of the Paris population are foreign nationals, and they commit 70.
Well, it got me back in.
Card and go home.
I guess I'm back.
They're all in that number. So if you strip it down
Let me rewind this.
20% of the Paris population are foreign nationals, and they commit 77% of solved rapes. Does that sound bad? Well, unfortunately, that's not even the real number. It gets much worse. Solved means only 1/3 of reported rapes. So 77% is the floor, not the ceiling. And foreign nationals, that includes grandmothers, children, women, and Westerners who came legally to work hard and go home. They're all in that number. So if you strip it down to military-aged men, the ones that are actually committing these crimes, you're looking at a roughly 4% of the Paris population, 4% committing 77% of the solved rapes. Remember, only 1/3 of rapes get solved. Run that math for a second. The real rate is 2,000% higher than native Parisians. 2,000%. And that's only those who get caught. Now,
I went out of the app and came back in.
Ask yourself, why is that? Why is this happening? Are these people just animals? What is actually going on? Well,
can everyone hear me
what
okay?
no one really discusses, because the number isn't the problem. The number is a symptom of the problem. And there's a word for what's actually happening. It's called epistemology. That's how a person forms their beliefs about what's right and what's wrong. And it originates from their upbringing and their country of origin. Epistemology, the one America was built on, says our rights are God-given, individual, unalienable. Our Constitution is the only founding document on earth ever written on individual liberty. Every other constitution was written on collectivism. The group, the tribe, the ideology over the individual. Simple as that. In God we trust, meaning no man, no movement, no doctrine can take what God gave us. Now, some of those arriving in Europe and into America, of course, operate on a completely different epistemology system. It's a theology of dominance, where conquest is a virtue, where dying for God outranks living for God, because the reward for death is much greater than the reward for life. Where spreading the faith by force isn't a sin, it's actually a duty. Where peace is not the destination. Peace is what happens after dominance is achieved. And within that epistemology, a woman who does not cover herself, who presents herself openly, is considered to have surrendered her own protection.
Now in Iran right now, they're allowing women to go without the hijab and this and that, and they're actually doing shows and stuff like this about this. Oh, we're not this extreme, this and that, and they're trying to get people not to rise up against them because they're worried about the people throwing them out of power, which it looks like it's going to happen because they're starting to blow up more buildings and different ammunition places and all that kind of stuff. They're desperate to get money so they can pay for the people coming in from Iraq, and although those people probably stay there, from Pakistan and Afghanistan, to keep the people under rule. That's what they're trying to do.
Not by a fringe group or radicals, but according to the theological doctrine. That's not race. That's an operating system. And it's architecturally incompatible with ours. You know, right now I'm in Turkey. I live here part-time because I have business here. If I walked around...
Talk about extremists in Turkey. Boy, they are.
Demanding pork on the table, telling people their customs don't apply to me, acting like my individual rights override their culture, I'd be arrested. And I should be arrested. Every country that I've ever lived in, and it's been 10, that's Germany, Hungary, Turkey, Switzerland, Spain, Portugal, the UK, Poland, USA, and Austria, I showed up knowing the deal. I assimilate, adjust, and adapt, hold myself to a higher standard because I'm not just a guest, I'm also an ambassador of my own country, right? That's how civilizations stay intact. The failure that we're watching in Europe isn't really about immigration in the end. It's the complete absence of the conversation about beliefs. People arrive, they're thrown into the corner and they're told, hey, make it happen, make it work. Nobody tells them the deal. Nobody holds the standards. And some of them arrive already believing that the West is free game, that the openness that they see is an invitation. You've seen the videos. They're genuinely astonished that they can't act that way. That's a completely different operating system, running inside a culture that was never designed for it. I don't agree nor excuse it, of course. It's a policy and it's a leadership failure. This is a disclaimer. I am not generalizing one religious group. In this case, I'm here in Turkey and this attitude doesn't exist here. So if you're going to make it about Islam, forget about it. Here's why I'm telling you this, though. As a citizen of the United States who knows that if I walk into a school board meeting and shout immigrants are destroying everything, I become the story instead of the solution. But if I can sit in that room and say, here's the documented rape, here's the philosophical incompatibility, and here's the policy we need at the local level.
I see them shut you down if you start saying that.
To address it, now we're dangerous in the right way. We can face the real numbers without becoming what we're fighting against. The question is, who's going to be in that room? The seat's open, probably in your town right now. So go to jointab.us, hit the seat finder at the top of the website, put in your zip code and see the empty seats, and then go fill one. And while you're there, please support us and walk with us on this journey. Jointab.us.
Okay. I got time enough for two little short ones. I'm going to do Puddin'. She's talking about FEMA.
Oh, FEMA. FEMA. I guess we're going to do this dance again. Guess you didn't learn your lesson with me during Hurricane Helene in western North Carolina and East Tennessee. Well, let's do this dance again. Let's play this game again. Let's talk about what you're doing over in Georgia with these wildfires. So, FEMA, why am I hearing and reading that you are telling these firefighters to stand down? Why am I hearing and reading that you are turning away water trucks. Because listen here, sweet cheeks, I've been keeping up to date on these wildfires, and I have not seen not hide nor hair of any report saying that these fires are contained or under control. Actually, it's the quite opposite. For instance, the fire that's over in Brantley County, Georgia, has tripled in size since it started. It started as 5,000 acres, and now it's over 20,000 acres. So if these fires are progressively growing because there ain't been no daggum rain and these winds are kicking it up and spreading it, why are you telling these firefighters to stand down? If these fires are growing, why in Sam hell are you turning away water trucks? Also, answer me this, FEMA. Why am I hearing that you're taking these firefighters to politician houses and making sure that they protect those houses, while you're letting these other people's houses burn to the ground? Why yet again are you picking and choosing who gets help? And just to let you know, FEMA, this won't go away. I will make sure of it. I will be on here every damn day, just like I was during Hurricane Helene, calling out your bullshit.
Amen. She's right 99% of the time, I'd say. Okay, this is about the billionaires tax. Well, but though they left a loophole in there so they can keep lowering the tax to lower and lower people because they know they're going to run out of money. This and that. This is the last one I'll play. Same time, same channel tomorrow. Here we go.
They called it a billionaire tax. I called it a trap. Here's the receipts. Page 26, section 50310. I'm reading this word for word from the actual bill. The legislature may amend the 2026 Billionaire Tax Act by roll call vote if the statute furthers the purposes of the act. Translation: you vote yes in November thinking you're taxing 200 billionaires. After that, Sacramento takes the wheel. They can lower the threshold, make it annual, make it permanent, drop it from $1 billion to whatever they need. No ballot measure, no special elections, no asking you again. Ever. You handed them the keys. Same thing they did with AB 130. Newsom said he'd never sign a mileage tax.
After this was posted, I spoke with the governor's office, which confirmed, no, the governor will not sign a mileage tax.
Page 137, already signed, already law. Page 26 is the new page 137. And they're betting you won't read it. I did. This is Ramin. This is real talk.
Yep. Okay, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow at 5. Good luck. God bless. Bye-bye. Thanks for hanging out.